Okay, thank you for your patience. My name is Cindy Portlock, and I'm your shamanic guide and Akashic wisdom keeper for today's 7/7 portal plunge reading. If you are not familiar with the Akashic records, it is a database that keeps all of our information and all our wisdom. It's kept on the fifth dimension, and it's just the library of wisdom is the easiest way to think about it. And there's a whole Akashic field that we could go into, and that's where we're going to go into today for the 7/7 portal plunge. And so we're really capturing the essence of 7/7, which has really been coming into that stillness and silence and listening. And we're just gonna see what is gonna come through for us that are here watching this. And so if you're watching this, no matter when it finds you, it is capturing this portal open, which is really coming after Independence Day, which is why I have our beautiful angel with the flag behind us. And I've also drawn cards from Marina Beaches, who is an Akashic facilitator that I have worked with that lives in England that has made this deck that I love, that I felt really called to use today. And the two cards that I drew is Inner Authority. And go ahead and just take a look at this picture as well with the lion, and the tail is really standing out to me. A lot of gold energy. And then the trees. The trees have been coming in a lot. I have a funny story about the trees. And so when people ask me how I ground, trees are my favorite way. And I love connecting to the trees in physical life, but I could also energetically really visualize myself as a tree too, with those roots going down and the crown chakra opening up. And I was getting the message to ground, and that is the most important because we are going to go on a shamanic journey today. And so we will be going. And depending on your abilities, you may be traveling as well. And so it's always important to ground the wisdom as it comes in and after it comes in. So everything that we bring and we channel through, that we really anchor it as we are anchoring these codes into Gaia and anchoring Mother, um, heaven on earth. And so, and there's also just a lot about strength. Lion is really representing that strength and the way that he is looking behind feels very protective. And so just calling in that extra layer of protection for us and remembering to call in for your guides and guardians to assist you in protection too. If you ever feel like your nervous system is feeling stressed out, a lot of us are resetting our nervous system right now. So call in for help with that. And so that's a reminder. And the tail, so the tail is coming in a lot. And then what is coming in as I say it immediately is like it's the tail end. And so it'll be exciting to see what it is the tail end of, especially in relation to family ties. Because this could speak to some and ancestral ties that are ready to be complete that we're just at the tail end of now. So yeah, beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and drop us in with our prayer now from the Akashic Circle of Life, Tara Preston. And so if you just want to take some deep breaths in, we're going to breathe in for 5. Pause for 5. And exhale. Really allowing everything in your mental body to quiet down with this out breath. And making sure your legs are uncrossed and your feet are on the ground. Taking another deep breath in from the core of the earth. Pausing. And deep exhale. And this time, breathing in from your solar plexus, especially with that inner authority card. Pausing at the top. And with this out breath, just really allowing your body weight to drop, open, and expand until you feel by Mother Earth. I'm going to ask that this be a divinely protected space where only the highest frequencies of love and light shall pass in and out of. Now I want you to visualize yourself at the center of the heart chakra and go ahead and visualize a pink rosebud begin to flow. I knew I was missing a piece, guys. I was like, this doesn't sound right. I'm going to start over. Rose quartz light right now to our heart chakra center, located at the center of your chest. And just allow this rose quartz light to begin to gently swish and swirl, releasing, clearing, nourishing, and opening our heart chakra center. We're going to see a gold door about 50 feet above your head. And from there, we're going to visualize gold, pink, and sparkly white light cascading down, entering through the top of your head, filling you from your tips of your toes and into your whole body. We're going to see this gold light fill the energetic womb space, swishing and swirling, awakening your womb space, regardless of what gender you are. And you're going to take this gold light down through the core of your body, down to the core of Mother Earth. We're going to attach this gold light down to a yellow crystal. And we're going to breathe in this essence of the core of Mother Earth. And then we're going to take all this energy and we're going to bring it back up with us all the way through the bottoms of our feet, just letting it infiltrate all our cells. And bringing all of this Shakti energy into our body, letting it flow wherever it's most guided to flow, and just staying detached. I now request of the temples of divine love, light, truth, abundance, wisdom, and divine power to descend around us now. I now call in the guides, teachers, masters, Akashic guardians, and benevolent ancestors to be present with us here now. I also ask the creator of all beings to create a protective space of 100% light and love around us, banishing any negative influences, should there be any. I'm going to ask that this is a divinely protected space where only the highest frequencies of light and love shall pass out of. And now from the center of our heart chakra, see a pink rose begin to furl open. And from that, the golden grid of the flower of life. And watch as it begins to expand and swirl out from the heart center. As you let this pure wisdom and high frequency light, the radiant divine substance of all creation that is interwoven to all of life, begin to permeate and infuse itself within you, out from you, and all around you, and into the Akashic field. We're going to let this light continue to grow, expand, and interpermeate with the physical and non-physical reality that exists before you, all around you, and within you. Let this radiant divine substance of all life that flows through all things continue to flower and expand from your heart chakra, merging with the infinite wisdom of the Akashic field. Then feeling, seeing, and sensing now that the doors of the Akasha and all of the wisdom and love of the Akasha are open up to you. Let the doors of your awareness open to receive the light, wisdom, and love of the Akasha. And continue to feel and sense the energy coming down around you, holding with you the sacred energy of the Akasha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so if you would like your records to be open, just state yes out loud or to yourself right now. And I'm sorry, my eye itches. All right. And the records are now open. And so immediately they have me moving like, well, it ends up being my hair in this thing, but it's like, it feels like what's covering my eyes. So they're immediately removing a mask from our eyes to be able to see more clearly. So the message immediately is whatever you have been shielded from to protect yourself, like it's been veiling you up into this point, is now being removed because you are ready to see something that you haven't been ready to see before. And so this might be a sensitive subject that you've spiraled around the onion quite a few times now. That is now really coming up where you're actually going to be able to see the truth. And the truth is going to set us free. All right. So there's some heavy energy around this. I can already tell that we're in the heart chakra today. I'm wearing the color green and yeah, green and purple. So very heart and crown chakra. So really opening up those branches of the tree. And I feel already a burning and a fire in my heart. So it feels like a candle is being lit and the afterglow, that glow of the candle, because it's like very circular, is actually like really heating um up the inside of my heart. And I'm going to tune back into that flame, and I am hearing triple flame with it. So we're activating the triple flame within our hearts. Ooh, it feels like my whole chest is already hot and on fire. And also like on my vocal cords. So this has to do with speaking from our heart space. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is so beautiful. And so as soon as I said that, I am feeling a lot of anxiety. So I'm sure some of this is mine, some of this might be yours. It's coming up for clearing. I'm going to ask now that I have received the message that I don't have to feel this through my body anymore and that we can transmute this an easier way. And guys, that's just a new technique for me. So just know that I'm learning how to transmute less with my physical body and asking even help with that. So if you are one that is, as far as the clairs go, the clair that is like the body one, I'm sorry, I get them all mixed up all the time, then that might help support you too. But it's been a work in progress. As I'm leaning forward, I'm still feeling, this anxiety, and it has my thumb on our voice box where, right now, I'm going to just go ahead. And since I already know what this is, I'm going to ask for the violet flames to be present. And I'm going to throw everything into the violet flames, requesting that everything be cleared from the record now, right from the point of creation, backwards and forwards through all space and time, through all dimensions. We're going to ask that everything now be transmuted to divine love and light and released fully back to source. It is done. It is done. And it is done. And so it is. And usually, like, there is a story and stuff that comes first, but this doesn't feel necessary. I have been asking for grace with some of this. I know a lot of us know we've already had past lives where we have been murdered or watched our families been, killed, or tortured or worse over using our voices. And so sometimes we just don't have to know the story, especially because this has to do with the family ties, right? So we already know that this is something ancestral that is still currently affecting us now. So just because it's ancestral, especially with it being family ties, does not mean that it's not currently affecting your life. This will be. And anytime you see me breathe like that, it's automatic and it's so clearing and cleansing. So that's my dragon breath. Feel free to do that whenever you need to clear energy too. I find it a very useful tool. So I'm sorry, I'm just talking as this is clearing. All right, so I'm going to tune back in. And you may want to join me. We're just all right. So right now they are actually regulating our nervous system. So really receive this because as I'm still feeling the anxiety and feeling like an immense amount of heat and anxiety from my heart center, the rest of my body is feeling incredibly calm and really receiving that message that I am safe. Okay. And I am in mediumship right now. And so I am a medium and energy healer. And right now they're bringing, they have a, well, you can see my hands on my head with some light pressure. And it's interesting because one of the next picture I want to post as I'm sharing my story is sorry, they're in medium. I'm in mediumship, guys. Is a picture of me being baptized. And when I was back home, there was my box that was had my words get slow when I'm in this much of a space. And so right now I'm having a harder time talking faster. There's a lot clearing, guys. Okay. So I'm getting called to invite you to move your body as you're feeling called to right now to help release some of this. It's going to support you now, and this is a tool you can take with you later. But right now, my face is like really angry. I really feel like this, for me, what's coming up, and this may relate to your story in a different way, but I was raised Mormon and I was baptized at 8 years old. And finding that picture of me getting baptized was, well, obviously triggering, but I've been doing a lot of work to reclaim my inner child. And there's a purity when I look at this picture of me getting baptized because I was dressed all in white and I was with my dad, who was dressed all in white. And I was getting baptized. And since then, I have been unbaptized. Even in mediumship with Isis, I was in the bathtub once and ended up like anchoring myself like on both ends of the bathtub with my body. And all my body was like above the water line. And I was like, Isis, why am I doing this? And she said I was unbaptizing myself. And it's interesting because as I feel the hands on my head, I feel as if I'm getting baptized right now. And with that, it's almost if you, especially if you have been raised in a religion, if it is the Mormon religion, maybe it's Jehovah Witness, maybe it's Catholic, but there have been distortions in the fields that are being released from your DNA right now from that false baptism. I mean, wow. Okay. It wasn't a false baptism, it was a real baptism. And it is, you guys, yeah, why do I still try to prevent saying these words? I've been doing a lot of work around rape consciousness. And why does rape consciousness have to tie into my baptism? Is because, like, with that baptism, and my, and that submersion, I was consenting. And they can't do anything without our free will. And 8 was what Mormons considered of age, but it was crazy because when I went to get excommunicated at 17, they wouldn't, because I wasn't old enough until I was 18. And it was not easy to do. So this is father's energy that's coming in, and this is a father's wound. So um it's it's in the jaw. And so if you're watching this, whenever I'm in my jaw like this, what this means to me is a lot of dragon energy, like the dragon jaw. Like whenever they're working on my jaw, it's like has to do with my dragon form really. And I've been seeing the crocodile a lot too. But there's this, yeah. Oh yeah. So the crocodile energy, it's like it's not a reptilian, like crocodile. It's more like the Egyptian crocodile in the underworldly. It's very underworldly. So this is very underworldly father, dark father energy that's coming in to be healed. Wow. So literally this is exhaling directly from the heart chakra center. I love it when I move my tongue like that, guys. So the tongue in itself, especially when it comes to speech, in Egypt, they would cut the tongues off as a punishment. And even getting my tongue back, um, okay. So the fact that we're so much in the mouth and the teeth and the gums is ancient. If you're receiving this with me, go ahead and take a deep breath in. Just really ground it in with this exhale. Okay. So right now I would just receive the 7-7 portal. I did hear something. It's not funny. I'm going to say hear and silence, but we'll stay in silence as there's a immense amount of energy coming through for you to receive. So use this There's like one big one. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so if you are going on a journey, just coming back around. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I hope you can hear me. So, what does the whispering signal to you? What are you hearing in the whispers? Listen. Listen closely. You're not alone. So, what I'm noticing the most is how outreached my heart center is and how forward my body is without like really leaning forward. With my neck outstretched as well, like looking up. I'm looking. I feel like I'm looking up with my neck outstretched and my heart center completely open. And I see that projecting like a cuckoo clock from my forehead. A instead of a cuckoo, I'm seeing a man dressed in a white robe with a white beard, like your traditional god look or what something. Uh, he has a staff. I see him getting older. I see him like getting more and more crumpled, um, arched in the back, more and more hunchback until I see him lay like kneeling on the ground, uh, long gray hair and beard, and bowing his head down reverently to the earth. In deep, 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 deep reverence. And appreciation. These tears that he's offering us is full of so much pure emotion from his heart. And it's coming from the masculine, from the dark masculine, who's been operating in the shadow. Because he's ready to be integrated with the light. By raising how he works that oh, guys, this was a lot today. guys notice the tears on my throat where I was touching before. That is such pure medicine. He couldn't have left us a more precious gift, because these are tears of lessons learned. These are tears of remorse. These are tears of I'm sorry, I hurt you. And I'm sorry I took so much. And I'm sorry I couldn't stop myself. I'm sorry I was strict. Sorry for any pain I've caused. And I'm just being tuned back into him as he is kneeling on the earth with his head down and his staff as a flag. Now I'm looking at the doing so slow. Yeah, she's right there. Yeah, here we go. That's nice. There she is. I'm seeing her with like a white flag of surrender, because it represents everybody, and it could be rainbow too. I'm seeing a rainbow bookcase behind me with brown and black on it. So I invite you to start coming back into your body. I'm inviting myself back into my body. That was quite a journey. And that's how we closed the scene, is literally him bowing, holding the flag, and the flag turned white, and the white flag turned into her dress, which is why I felt so prompted to bring her out, which I didn't. I just kind of, oh my God, guys, for full circle from the beginning when I said the mask was being removed like that, and see how I just had to move my body. It was my body blocking it. I'm seeing it like the eclipse. I'm seeing it as an eclipse, and I'm seeing it as the shadow over the sun moving over. Wow. Okay. And so just tuning in to you, and hope you're not offended that you have wings. I know it took me a long time to admit that there was an angelic side to me, but feeling your angel wings behind you and noticing what you notice about them. Notice your flag, notice your ribbon. What are you wearing? And tuning into you. And the energy of it's victory, but it's like not coming through as like this raw, like really like there's a serenity with it. Yeah. Which is like this joy, a peaceful joy. But how are you feeling? And I would love to know. So, okay. Notice what you notice. I need to know how long I've been talking. Oh, good. We're still under an hour. This is going to be perfect. Okay. Okay. And now put your hand over your heart with your thumb over your throat. And if you would like to take in this version of yourself that's rebirthing in adult form with all this wisdom, integrated shadow, balanced and whole, then look me in the eyes and make yourself a vow or call yourself in. I vow to love and protect and listen with all my heart. And yours can be different, but say it out loud. You want to make sure they can hear you. Not too hot. Fire. Just receive this healing around the neck. Just under. you've been waiting for an apology from any masculine in your life, consider it received. This is very collective that's coming through. As I'm scanning around, I like to call them my jacks, but there's so many more than just them. That are finally understanding where we're coming from, like what we've been screaming about, what you've been begging for. They're starting to be brave enough to muster the courage to see how their greed has raped us, for lack of control. And this is like all genders, like even though I'm saying it's masculine, feminine. But that masculine side, the one that was so driven with all the, and this is where even what you've had to do to survive. No, this is apology for the greed. This is complete recognition that that's why this is so deep, guys. Because they're really sorry for what we've really been not able to let go of because we've needed to protect our young. And if we didn't say enough was enough, which has come at a big price, and it's taken a lot of self love and courage for you to be here. So, congratulations. I would have just closed it right there, but if I don't close the field, do you know how ungrounded I think whole earth would like pop out of? First, I want to thank you for being here because I know for you to get here today, you have endured a lot and you've forgiven a lot and you've loved yourself a lot and you're fierce and kind and open and loving, beautiful and wise. And it is such a pleasure to be in your presence. And so, giving you a big hug before I close the door. And I'm going to thank the guides and guardians, helpers, and angels that have all been a part of this experience here today, knowing now that the healing and intentions that have been part of our work today will continue to unfold to completion, calling back into existence and closing the door between worlds. The Akashic records are now closed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.